Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. Although there's not much for shadows today, it's pretty bright and sunny and just looking fine and dandy out. What sort of things are on my to-do list? Start your search for the cursed watch at the speakeasy. Other notes? Personal notes? The amount of information you're able to squeeze onto a tiny chalkboard is remarkable. I don't have any notes to leave for myself, I don't think. I shall wander off. I think they said the speakeasy was in the opposite direction. I don't want to get run over. Well then, it is back the other way then. There's only two directions to go, and that one didn't work out at all. But they mentioned the alley, and I thought this is the only alley I had seen. You weave between various trash cans and piles of uncanned trash until you reach a serious-looking door. A little side panel slides. It's just a panel. It's your brain sometimes reading walls of text. It does weird things to you. Open near the top of the door, and narrowed eyes regard you through it. Password? Maybe I shouldn't have taken a break in between. What the hell was Fiddlesticks? I think it was Fiddlesticks. But fishy drinks, flippy tricks, fingertips, 50 snacks, flapty back. I think it was Fiddlesticks. Okay, come on in, but you better not be a pro-y, like a prohibitioner, like a police officer, enforcement of some kind. I'm not Scout's Honor. I don't even know what a pro-y is. I can take a guess. Speakeasy, friend, is the greeting this guy gave. Don't bother him. He's bouncing. This guy's having a hell of a time rocking his spoons up and down. Well, I didn't want to leave. I swear I misclick more often in Shadows of Loathing than I ever did in West, but maybe I'm just misremembering. A milky-eyed sot. He turns his head towards you and smiles. I'll buy him a drink. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks. The lake is deep enough to drown dreams, but not the sins of the grandfather. I'll buy him like one more. They try, but they'll never dam up the flow. One more. Distilled to its essence, a lake is just a valley abandoned. Do you know what? Let's see if we can get this guy blackout drunk so he passes out and we take our money back or something. The lake is deep enough to drown. Oh god, he's repeating. And I spent all of my money. Or at the very least, most of it. I regret it already. Didn't take long. The man behind the bar is shaking up a storm. He looks up as you approach, but doesn't stop shaking. Hello. He grins. Hello, baby. Welcome to Oliver's place. My name is Graeme. Whatever you say, baby. Are you Oliver? Oh, heck no. I'm Fancy Dan, the cocktail man. Pleased to meet you, Dan. Well, I'm glad I didn't choose a Pringle Man face. Hey, do you happen to know what time it is? Perhaps because you have a watch on. Sorry, baby. The only one around here who carries a pocket watch is the owner, Oliver Gluck. And he left about an hour ago to pick up our latest shipment of hooch. From who? From whom, baby? Before I was Fancy Dan the cocktail man, I was Fancy Dan the English teacher. Sorry. From whom? From the mob guys. We always get it from. Where's the handoff? Whence is the hooch coming? Whither went Oliver? Fancy Dan smiles. The old refrigerator factory. I see. How do I get there? He grabs a cocktail napkin and hands it to you. Thanks? Oh, wrong napkin. Here. He takes the napkin back and grabs a different one with a couple of icons scrawled on it. You take the napkin. Napkin? The Ocean City napkin map. This crude map of Ocean City has been hastily scrawled onto a cocktail napkin. As you take it, Dan points at one of the icons on it. We're here behind Murray's store on Plunkett Street. So if you go out of the alley and then head straight for the edge of the napkin, you can't miss the factory. Location unlocked, Plunkett and the fridge factory. You now have a map of the area and you can open it by clicking the top right and whatever. Thanks, Dan. Don't mention it, baby. Want a drink for the road? First one's on the house, then yes. What do you have to drink around here? Beer. I'll have a beer then. Excellent choice. Keep things simple. The bartender pours you a beer. He sure is doing a lot of shaking of cocktails and calling himself the cocktail man for a person who apparently only sells beer. You've drank the beer, you've had better beer, but you've definitely had worse beer. Beer buzz. You've fortified your resolve with a pint of beer. I'll call it. Cut it off at 1. Don't want to get too rowdy. All that extra health is actually very, very useful. The spoons is like the only thing I can hear. Oh, I can hear other instruments now. This guy doesn't care about anything except the bass line. This lady seems to be dancing to a different song than other people. Well, he's having a crazy old time. This guy's been infected with Charleston fever. The player piano trills a tune. Someday I'll read one consecutive stretch of 4 words correctly, but it's gonna take a lot of practice. This lady is making ethereal music with spirit-filled glasses. These people are obviously on a first date and you shouldn't bother them, but I want to. Glyphs. Some weird symbols are carved into one of the floor tiles. It's weirdly responsible of this illegal poison dispensary to have a first aid kit. See what's in there. A gauze pad. The best aid is often the first one. Restores HP and removes bleeding. Activated charcoal briquette. All the curative powers of activated charcoal now in a convenient pillow shape. Heals HP and cures poison. Oh, I got 3 of each. That's quite a lot to go off of. Oh, she's using her feet as well. Impressive. It won't budge. Must be barred shut from the other side. Well then, I don't think there's really anything I can do here. I think we basically just immediately kick off and actually take to the map. And this is where the wandering comes into play. Maybe someday I'll get more of a fully sized map, but this is where you start having like random encounters and potentially discover things, which was a part of West of Loathing I loved. It was integrated so well, and I kind of assumed they only would have done more with it, like further improved. There's a chance I think that I'll run into things on the way, but I figure I'll just skip ahead to it, get the storyline underway, and worry about the rest later. The Magimectech refrigeration. This toll booth was obviously stolen and dragged here. Oh yeah, there is a little bit of that going on. Friendly mob friends. Oh god, the frequency with which I end up off of the. There we go. These folks look like they're here for some serious business. Try to make a deal. Whoa there, buddy. This is a private party, club members only. Yeah, like you said, club members only. What kind of club is it? It's the fraternal order of people who bribed us more than we're earning as gate guards. Thop Bum Egg? I've never heard of it. How do I join? What are you, thick? I'd have thought it was obvious, pal. You give us meat. How much? 500. Yeah, 500 meat. Clancy, I told you to knock off that repeating business. How am I supposed to come up with that kind of meat? Ooh, with enough moxie, you could talk them down. Would you take a beating instead? I don't think I'm necessarily prepared for a very hard fight. Yeah, how am I supposed to? You could try panhandling with the other bums over in Goldthwaite Park. Okay, where's that? Just north and west of here. You can't miss it. Very friendly, thank you. Yeah, you can't miss it. For the love of Mike, Clancy, dry up. Well, then I think we'll go to Goldthwaite Park and work from there. There's a wander encounter. A bedraggled hobo shuffles up to you with his hat in his hands. Excuse me, mister. Don't mean to trouble ya. My name's Malvolio Stemple. I was wondering if you might have any meat you could spare. Is his word like a rearranged thing, you know, like Tom Malvolo riddle? Just 5 meat for a cup of joe to warm these old bones. Wait. What's in the sack you're holding up? Old bones, like I said. I swore I had 5 meat. Maybe you're not allowed to use your last 5? Not today, sorry. Well, thanks just for listening. Good day to ya. Like, I have 5 meat. I'm not allowed to spend it? Can't I use it however I want? Buying people endless drinks? Huge wastes of money? The park groundskeeper is inspecting a clipboard with the panicked paralysis of someone who has so much work to do that he can't do any of it. Oh, horrifying. That's why I'm playing games today instead. Hi there, is something wrong? Oh, sorry fella. I don't want to seem rude, but I'm much too busy to chat. I'm stuck running this place by myself and there's about 1,000,000 things to do. Well, I could use a little extra pocket meat. How about I help out? That would be great, except the new city regulations disallow hiring random part-timers. Since this is a municipal park, only official government contractors are allowed to work here. There's a law against side quests? Why? Just to be a thorn in my side as far as I can tell. It's not like any of these tasks are dangerous or anything. You got kind of a cagey look on your face when you said that. Okay, well, 2 of them are dangerous, but that isn't even half. And I submitted a request for help weeks ago and still haven't heard back. Well, you're in luck. I just happen to be an official government contractor. That would be terrific, but I am gonna need to see some proof of that. Muscles show trick him or lie through your teeth. It takes less moxie to lie than you would think. Whoops, I left my ID in my other pants. I'll just trick him. You wave your hand in front of the groundskeeper's face. You believe that I am an official government contractor. Well, you do have the official government contractor wave down, Pat. That's good enough for me. Great. What do you need me to do? Well, that depends. What kind of contractor are you? A landscaper, an exterminator, a plumber, a security guard, a statue polisher? Late for an official meeting. I'll come back after. I don't know how many of these I'll be allowed to do, and he said 2 of them are dangerous. I'm guessing exterminator is dangerous, and one you wouldn't expect, like plumber or something, is dangerous. Or the statue polisher, because that makes the least sense. I will start with landscaper, whatever, top to bottom sort of thing. Ah, perfect. Our carnivorous plant exhibition, good for a cryptobotanist, in the botanical gardens has gone out of control. Huh. When you say out of control, as in this is less a job for pruning shears and more a baseball bat with nails in it. Shouldn't have sold my bat, I guess. Should have acquired some nails. The groundskeeper unlocks the maintenance shed behind him. Can't promise there's anything you'll need in there, but feel free to borrow whatever strikes your fancy. Well, I'll get right on that. Surely there would be a few things. A plate of homemade cookies. Oh boy, oh boy. This has more charm than those newfangled factory-made ones. Increases armor. It's a locker, but it's not locked. Ooh, a pair of spare overalls. You can tell they're spare because they say spare on the name tags. Someone's name is spare. They're durable and comfortable, but they wouldn't be appropriate for a fancy gala. Luckily, you're unlikely to be invited to any fancy galas. I don't think I had any pants, so yeah, I automatically get that. I'm all suited up. A shelf laden with miscellaneous junk. You scour the shelf for anything useful. Junk mail is a new technology that allows trash to be distributed to everybody so that we can all share in the effort of throwing it away. Portable battery technology is in its infancy, but the fact that something is an infant has never stopped you from carrying it into dangerous situations before. Yeah, I'm not certain how old Nerdle the Turtle is, but might be risking some things there. And a paperclip. From multinational treaties to 4th grade homework assignments, the humble paperclip has dutifully girded our sheaves since whenever the humble paperclip was invented. Increases stench armor. I wouldn't have expected stench armor of all things. It's a shelf full of various herbicides and weed-killing chemicals that we apparently don't plan to make use of. Park maintenance logs. They wouldn't be interesting even if you weren't just pretending to work here. I'll go poke around a little further. Whoops, I fully went... See, I'm telling you, I click around... Maybe I gotta click more and not click and hold. I do a lot of clicking and holding. Wait a minute. This Potentilla fruticosa isn't supposed to be potted in sand. I don't Potentilla, but I don't know if fruticosa is real or not. Potentilla is like a real genus name, though. Oh, wait, it's not. Someone just discarded a pair of sandals in the planter. This footwear is made out of highly compacted sand. You like taking long walks on them. Makes life a beach. Is that a real thing that I'm gonna wear? Life's a beach? I'll equip them. For what purpose, I couldn't say. I think it just makes sound. Just rattles things around. A sign about these pointy rocks. See, here's probably where choosing between botanist rocks or insects would have mattered. November 13th. Today is the 15th. It's not quite right. Not quite 100 years ago, a little bit more. Oh, maybe that's when I started playing the game. Maybe? By Margaret, Ocean City Comptroller, a few of my favorite pointy rocks. Huh. Looks like part of the sign has been graffitied. Or is that just her name? Wander the woods. I'll wander the woods. Oh, that's like legitimately just opening up more of the wandering. Gabby, do you have anything to say about any of this? Send to the speakeasy. I don't really know why I would do that, actually. It's been a few years since I spent time. It's true. It used to be much more clean. Yeah, I feel like I've heard most of her things. I don't want to wander too deep in yet. It's a muck-spattered statue, crud-splattered, filth-splattered, grime-splattered, crud-coated. And we can wander out into the streets. Mud-bedecked. Oh, it's like randomizing them. Crap-bedeckled. That's just a fun phrase. The caretaker unlocked the door for you. You enter the botanical garden to find it overrun by dangerous-looking weeds. Man-eaterous Chompetarius, to be precise. You know this detail because you minored in cryptobotany. That's the power of education. Yikes. Northern palm tree. Do not punch. Don't tell me what to do. Obviously, I'm going to try. And I knocked something off? Ouch! Did I knock myself out? What was that? Something shook loose. Plains sword leaf. Ooh, one of them is ripe. You deftly harvest the dangerous leaf. A leaf from the gladiolus plant. Oh, so like a gladius sword. Is extremely sharp. Deals your moxie +2 physical damage and causes bleeding. Tea. Drink plants while looking at plants. A nervous-looking teen man. A teen mans the tea counter. Buy some tea. Hearty wheat tea. The tea so thick that it's almost porridge. The triple mint tea. None of the three are mints you've ever heard of. This botanical garden is really good. And weak mushroom. It's actually doubly weak because the mushrooms were weak, and then they also didn't steep them for very long. Well, I will use none of those. Can't afford any of them. Oh, I like the plant cactus. Northern beer barrel cactus. Note, beer removed due to prohibition. It's a control system for the botanical garden's extremely complicated watering system. Well, I've got everything I think I need. Wow, these plants do not look like they belong here, and I shall fight them. Decent stats, actually. Intends to spray the area with spores, reducing party stats by 2, and damaging. They're both gonna attack Nurdle. Why are you guys going after Nurdle so hard? I'm not okay with that. I will not allow Nurdle to be Zimzam Feta. Is that me using my awesome skills? My sweet magical words? Like, the spore sounded bad. I did not like the spore. Oh, you still managed to get him. Poor Nurdle. He had so much less health than I thought he did. That was quite lame. Well, I guess you just get flap slapped then. It's like not a very exciting thing to do here. Do you know what I will do, though? I will, once per fight, specifically add a target. Okay. Or I could just kill him. I think I could just kill him. So I'm going to do that instead. A la Caparmesan. And give him a flip for like kind of a finishing. Oh god, my stats are lower, so it didn't work. Whoops, should have noticed that. But Gabby can take that guy out. And then I should be in pretty good shape from there. I got my AP back. Presto Adamo. Should have been like Presto Pesto. I think that would have been a good one. Nerdle. Stronger, higher health. That's good. Maybe he'll live next time. How do I kind of like inspect him? I would like to look at his stats. Oh, he only has 4 health. Yeah, it's not great. He gets to come with me, though. I'm keeping him around. Joshua Tree. Named for its discoverer, David E. Tree. Wetlands Nasty Bramble. Donated by a patron with no regard for the safety of the staff. This one looks like eyes. Eyegrass. Caution, avoid prolonged eye contact. And the Highland Bone Bush. We are beginning to believe that this specimen was donated as a joke. The sand feet thing is strange. I really don't know what to make of it. Did I deal with that? Is that all you wanted? I dealt with your botanical uprising. Well, good. Here's your official city payment. Thank you. I will continue to do things, but I will probably go and buy some meat. Some tea with the new meat. Maybe I'll raise my mysticality by 1. Not where I wanted to go. I think I'll stick with that. The weak mushroom for my mysticality. Let me look specifically at food. My food is apparently more limited than I thought it was, and potions. I can raise a few different armors. AP raising is really good. With higher mysticality, I just would do more damage, and hopefully if I raise it enough, then I can do that thing where I read that book and get the skill out of it or whatever. You drink the tea, and by the time you've even thrown the cup away, you're feeling even smarter than usual to realize you probably shouldn't have thrown that cup away. The lucidity. It's a great pun. Your ideas are just a little bit better than they usually are. Ah, yes. Well, maybe I should also eat the food. Just gain the armor, stay alive. It hasn't been a big concern. But, you know, I got nothing else to eat, so someday, imagined safety. Eating the homemade cookie has given you a false sense of physical safety, like the one you had as a child. Thanks, whoever baked it. Well, now I should be all set to take on a next task. Exterminator next. Oh, great. We got some real trouble at our Lepidopteritorium. Is that what it would be? Like a butterfly sanctuary. Lepidoptera would be butterflies. Your butterfly zoo. There you go. A bunch of horrible monsters got in, and I'm afraid they're going to hurt the butterflies. Some of them are rare and expensive. Can you describe these monsters? Nope, I very deliberately did not get a close look at them. That sounds awful, but all right. Let's hear a little bit about what you're rocking over here, Mr. Man. This hobo is really going to town on that oboe. An oboe playing hobo? Chat with him. Hey, mister, can you spare a little meat? I did just get a big payday. Here's 10. Thanks again, my man. Leave him to his oboeing. Damn it, man. Some of these people gotta get me back for all these handouts. There's a little sign, not pictured, that says, please don't throw meat in the fountain. It gets really gross. It says, no fishing. Since there's no water in the fountain, you assume it means no fishing for compliments. Good advice. Yeah, you don't want to seem desperate. The dept. This maintenance hatch is locked. I was mostly just laughing that every word is shortened. Well, there's that Lepidopterium. You found it. The world's least remarkable rock. Maybe if I had taken on the geology skill. There's a bench here so people can sit and stare at that rock over there. It's good to have that as an option. You just want to be able to get an eye full now and again. I'm guessing over this way, the science center, like probably something else that needs to be done over here. There's nothing beyond the reach of science, and there's nothing beyond the reach of the edge of the science center. You just keep having a gay old time over there. I'm gonna go deal with the butterfly zoo. Weird, freaky cockroach bugs, which, yeah, that would... All of these are... I'm directly tying to those 3 different classes you could have chosen. Or, miners. The 3 different miners. This giant cricket is messing with the water in the bird bath. How dare he? Oh, is it a bird bath or is it for butterflies? I don't know. There's no answer. Better go fishing. Right over top of his stupid head. Show him what's what. You're going to avoid careful consideration of this object. Nasty goo. That stuff is so gross that it makes you want to throw it at somebody just so it won't be on you anymore. 10 sleaze damage. Alright, that's all dealt with. Let's beat up some bugs. Attack! Oh, it's just 2 of them. A joke, really. It'll be nothing. Well, I think I will just do away with them fully. Hey. No, the Parmesan missile. Yeah, that was the thing I learned. Did that replace a rock? Didn't I used to be able to just chuck a rock? I guess that one's stronger, so why would you ever need the other one? I'm guessing that's kind of what happened there. A furtive giant cricket intends to hurl razor-sharp chitin at Nurdle the turtle. Aw, man. At least he can still level up. Like, after the fights, it doesn't matter that he fainted, because they really do gang up on that poor little boy. You won! You successfully exterminated 40% of the giant crickets. I see now that makes sense, that why they weren't all there. Well, what's he reading about? This must be where the butterflies sleep and dream that they are Zhuangzhou. Which, whatever connection that specifically has to butterflies goes beyond me. What? The armed cricket did some shit? What did he do? Blasted me with energy and reduced AP to 0? I'm not into that. Not into that one bit. There's aggressive, furtive, and armed. No, I am killing you. I desperately want my AP back. It's very good to have. So please, let's just put an end to that. Boo! Slap that boy down. Cricket chop! Well, at least they're not fully ganging up on me. I'm probably okay. 6 damage, hey? Oh, he's going for Nurdle. They might both be, actually. I didn't really check. Nah, he's going for me. That's fine. I'm here to protect my boy. Taking him under my wing. I want him to live so he can heal me. And slap our way through it. I actually did go looking this up. Is there a hard hat in this game the same way there was in West of Loathing, that you eventually build your raid wards and things go up to hard? Excellent. But it actually does turn out you can change difficulty at any time. Easy, relax, normal, hard, and 11. One above. Twisting it up. There's also pacifist mode, grays out dialogue options that would result in combat. I believe there's an achievement for beating the game without combat, so that would be helpful for that. The inverted axis, HDR rendering, high dynamic range. Yeah, check that off for this HD game. Ooh, this option is haunted. Maybe I should not have selected that. Now am I just double haunted? Show in-game time, skip confirmations. Arachnophobia, you won't encounter spiders. And arachnophilia, you will encounter so many spiders. That's really funny. It's nice to have that option for people. That is very, very funny. And I don't want either of them. I don't want any more than what's come my way, what's due for me, you know? I have 47 unspent experience. Not quite where I want to be, though. I'm thinking that's my best one. I think I would pick that over the Blue Brilliance, although those are the two that are most on my mind. I was wondering if selecting the Haunted thing did anything. It's just gone. I think that was it. I think it jump scared me by selecting it. I think that was like the entirety of the gag. Pretty good gag. A bench for sitting on while bugs land on you. One of its many, many uses. Is there anything more you would like to talk about? No, that was it. I gave him money, and now that conversation over, I guess. I got rid of the gross monsters and the Lepidoturbupium, or whatever. Did you know they were actually just... I don't want to know what they were, thanks. I like to sleep at night. Here's your official city payment. Thanks. Anything else you need done? Depends. Well, now that I've literally just gone through this, the gathering, I'm pretty sure, is every time I, like, pick something. You've learned some tricks from your friends at the Plante Kingdom. Kingdom... Craft dinner, what is it? Domain Kingdom are the first two in, like, the hierarchy. I have a mnemonic for it. My brother is Cameron, so I always do so Graeme. So that species genus, so Graeme. Oh no. Finally ordered Cameron craft dinner. So if you go up from that, so Graeme, species genus, finally ordered, family order. The order one is very obvious. Cameron craft dinner, class, kingdom domain. That's like the hierarchy of naming things. And so Plante, I don't even, is that the name of a kingdom? There's only like 3 domains, then only a few kingdoms. But the Plante Kingdom, it's a taxonomy joke, which you don't always expect to see in games. But in a loathing game, I would expect no less. Photosynthetic, hooking myself up with that one. That's going to be a good one to have. Probably the blue brilliance will be what I reach for next. But I think I'll get a lot out of that one, because I've already gathered once, twice, so that would be an extra 10 experience already. And put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's what you do. It's what you do with it. All right. Before I lose my sanity here, mysticality's still not where I want it to be. But here is a question. Oh, the broken coconut. That's what fell out of the tree that I punched. It's a broken coconut. You can't remember where you got it. And I think it's like a little bit of joke. You know, your head is a coconut and memory problems. I will keep the HP. Physical armor don't really want or need right now. Don't want that. That already adds mysticality, so that's good. I don't have any rings. Pants, shoes, no. Dang. Miscellany. Oh, the junk mail I could open. I was looking for anything to raise my mysticality so I can finally read that book. I just don't want to forget to do that, you know? Open up my junk mail. You can't open the letter because you don't have a letter opener. I know it's frustrating, but you have to admit that the logic behind it is sound. Dang it. Who would have thought that it was impossible to do without? Well, next time I'll sit down and I cross off the remainder of these tasks. I might as well do it for the experience, for the meat, and just because it's fun to be comprehensive in this game because it's filled with so much insanity. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to submit a name to title this episode, and I hope to see you all again soon.